It's the time of year we move from rotating thunderstorms with the threat of tornadoes to ones that pop up and then collapse in on themselves. This produces a phenomenon called a downburst, or a strong area of concentrated wind beneath a storm. Generally speaking, storms are formed by warm, humid air flowing into a storm in what we call an updraft. Updrafts keep storms alive. But when upper level winds really start to slow down, as they do in the summer, we tend to see those storms having a downdraft or a downburst that occurs right over that updraft, choking off the storm. That's as the colder, denser air held up initially in the storm rushes to the ground because of gravity. And as that occurs, we get strong winds that approach the surface as the storm dies off. It can produce winds anywhere from 50 to locally 100 miles per hour, usually happening in a very small area, and then the winds spread out concentrically from there. There is a great way to visualize this, as we tend to see them happen in the summer afternoons. When we get a microburst, we tend to see downburst winds within an area of less than 3 diameters. There are both dry and wet microbursts. Wet microbursts happen in high humidity environments like what we have today. So as we take a look at what happens as warm air rises into a thunderstorm and that humidity is in place, eventually that is going to create heavy rainfall, and that rainfall will eventually take hold, and that can spread the storm outward at the surface, as you see happening right here in this time lapse from several years ago. That rain and dust hit the ground and spread outward, as you see, beyond the scope of the storm, and it's within that area the winds can be incredibly powerful and damaging. That is one of the #1 risks of a summer storm, but predicting them more than, say, 30 minutes out can be quite challenging. But we do know the conditions that favor them, with weak upper level winds and very unstable air, as we've had today.